Good afternoon to those who listen. It is 4:55 p.m., October 15th, 2025. And this is just in case somehow you didn't see this or watch this. Here it is again. Listen closely.
AI, well, we're going to be required to have it anyway, and if we do not have it, this is how it's going to work out for us.
Imagine you live off grid, you have chickens, and the government decides that right now we don't want anyone to have chickens. They will freeze your bank accounts. You can no longer buy chicken feed and whatnot, anything that relates to it. And they can know that you raise chickens. And I know you say, oh, that's so far-fetched. It's crazy. If you have nothing to worry about, if you're not doing anything wrong, you have nothing to worry about. A lot of people in Vietnam did not do anything wrong. It's a population of 100 million people. There were 200 million bank accounts. Vietnam seized 86 million bank accounts. Now, are you telling me that all of those accounts were inactive? They say inactive, but it just means there's people that didn't comply with the digital ID biometrics system. They have frozen bank accounts before. Imagine you go to a protest or you post something online, it's linked to it. And now the shelving units are being built up with information about what you say, how you say it, and against who. And tomorrow they will decide that, hey, you spoke too much against conservatives or too much against liberals, and you go to buy food, it's frozen. They can do that because the database, all that information is stored there about you. And eventually everybody's going to be.
And we see how it's greatly impacting China, where people are ending up homeless, whether they have money in the bank or not. And the thing is, people don't realize is that China is also helping these other countries, like in the United Kingdom, bring this into fruition.
Look, guys, I've been warning you about this for a few weeks. First, it was you'll need digital ID to get a job to stop illegal migration, a lie. Now, it's your money, your kid's school, and your everyday life, all tied into a government-controlled ID system. A system, by the way, that the UN targets for its 2030 plan. You will own nothing and be happy. And the WF stage should be an aim for every single human on the planet. And just as Labour quietly pulls the plug on a spying trial so that it collapses, so that they can keep things cosy with China, the China-Britain Business Council has set up working groups focused on this digital economy, data utilisation, regulation and governance. Yes, your future ID system is being workshopped with China. Could it get any worse, guys? When Starmer smiles about this brave new world, remember what digital ID really means. They will track what you buy, where you go, what you say, and if they don't like it, it might sound far-fetched, but they will switch you off. Call me a conspiracy theorist again.
Didn't go broke, they got deleted. In China, tens of thousands of young people are suddenly homeless, not because of money, but because the system erased them.
Imagine a society where everything you do, everything you say, and everything you buy is controlled and evaluated by the authorities. This is what the Chinese Communist Party calls social credit.
By using the mechanism of social credit, we'll be able to establish a blacklist of people and create a system of punishment that will be based on a scientific theory. These punishments will serve as a whip to rebuild moral values. Our society needs it.
The country's
Moral
social
values
credit
that
system
they
decides who's
decide.
trustworthy. But if you're blacklisted, it's game over. Your WeChat Pay stops working. You can't receive your salary, can't buy food, can't even book a train ticket. It's like being alive, but digitally. Many are now sleeping in the streets, cut off from everything. Jobs, housing, even communication. All because one app, one algorithm decided they don't belong.
It's not science fiction. In China, it's a reality. Then there's the public shaming. Photo galleries of blacklisted citizens. There's even an app that shows who around you is in debt.
They're not criminals. They didn't steal, cheat, or harm anyone. They just fell too low on a score and vanished from the digital world. Critics say it's a glimpse into the future, where technology doesn't just track your life, it controls it. So ask yourself, if your entire life depended on your digital reputation, how long before you get deleted?
And there lies the question. How long before you get deleted? Are you going to say, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I'll follow the system so I can have my bank account, so I can pay my rent and buy food and work a job. Here, this is where the true test lies. This is where your true faith is shown. Are you going to bow down to their system, the beast system? Or are you going to stand up and be deleted from the digital world, from their social credit system? This social credit system is, now listen closely, because I'm going to say two things about this. This is the social credit system that will become the mark of the beast. This is not the mark of the beast yet, but it has all the bones. It has all the framework there for the mark of the beast, right there. And whoever is all in charge of this, will decide who will be canceled out of their system and who won't. You know, they decide what you did wrong, even if it's not something you actually did wrong. But if they say you did something wrong, oops, they're going to just flip a switch and, oh, sorry, you can't get your money. You can't go to the store and buy food. You're denied. You can't get on a train. You can't work a job. What are you going to do then? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Most people will bow down right away so they don't lose their money. They're able to work jobs. They're able to buy food, pay for your essentials for daily living. They'll just bow right down. And some people say, oh, I'm going to be strong in the Lord. I can resist this. But after so long of not being able to do anything, not being able to buy food for your family, how long is it going to take before you break down? Are you going to be able to stand all the way through this whole thing? This is what is in the Bible, where it says, those who endure to the end. How many people are going to be able to endure to the end? Very, very, very few people. And, you can say all you want. Oh, yeah, I'm not worried about it. I even have trust in the Lord and all that. And you don't have to worry. But come on, everyone is going to have to worry. Everyone's going to have to deal with this. And somehow they will have to stand or fall. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to say about this. That the UK was joining with China to get this system going. Now, how is that possible? When all these NATO countries, the United States, is enemies with China. But somehow we're friends enough so we can implement this social credit system that will eventually become the mark of the beast? Really? I just thought that was kind of strange too. Here we are, enemies with a country, but we're friends with them enough to implement this social credit system. I'm telling you, get down on your knees, pray that we are able to withstand and endure till the end, that we can overcome everything that's going to be coming, because it's not going to be easy. And just think what we were thinking 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago, that we could just go off grid, that we could just run away, that we could go out into the woods, into underground bunkers and all that. There ain't no escape from this. And even if you did, let's say somehow you managed to get by, with them not being able to track you or find you. Still, what are you going to do? You're going to run out of food. You're going to run out of water. You're going to run out of the necessities to live daily. Think about it. Really super think about this. Because you can't escape. That's the whole thing. You have to stand or fall. You can't just say, oh, well, I'm just going to go off grid and I'll sit in a bunker for a couple years and then I'll be okay. But it ain't going to be like that. I think every single person is going to have to face this. So what are you going to do? Stand or fall? The Fix had a song, Stand or Fall. Thanks for watching. God bless.